Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. And peace policy, passed away peacefully at the age of 97. Known as the rare physicist who combined genius with humility, Garwin was called the only true genius I ever met by his mentor Enrico Fermi. At just 23, he authored the first successful hydrogen bomb design, altering the course of the Cold War and global defense policy. But Garwin never stopped there. Over more than 70 years, he channeled his intellect into tools that improved lives. At IBM, he worked on early MRI systems, helped develop the first spy satellites, and contributed to innovations like touchscreens, laser printing, and even fast digital calculations. He held 47 patents and authored more than 500 scientific papers. He didn't just build game-changing technology, he helped shape policy. Garwin advised every U.S. president from Eisenhower to Obama. He saw science as a public service, championing nuclear safety, non-proliferation, and transparency. Whether testifying before Congress or contributing to disaster response panels, he brought reason and care to every discussion. In 2016, President Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, honoring his pioneering contributions and calling him a polymath physicist whose work bettered the world. What set Garwin apart was more than brilliance. It was heart. He mentored young scientists, questioned the status quo, and never lost his sense of wonder. His curiosity had no end, and his commitment to peace was unwavering. Richard Garwin passed away following complications related to aging. He is survived by his family, who have asked for privacy. Many in science, government, and beyond are mourning not only a mentor and leader, but a friend. His legacy lives on in every satellite image, every saved life thanks to early MRIs, and in the policies that made the world a little safer. Tributes to Richard Garwin. Number 4. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. This quote, often attributed to John Maxwell, could have been written about Kip Holden. Kip Holden, the first African-American mayor-president of Baton Rouge and East Baton Rouge Parish, passed away at age 72. He died peacefully after a courageous health battle, leaving behind a legacy of leadership, resilience, and heartfelt service. He didn't just hold office, he reshaped it. Holden led Baton Rouge through some of its most challenging times, including recovery efforts after hurricanes. His focus never wavered: safer neighborhoods, better roads, and stronger communities. Under his leadership, the Green Light Plan turned traffic frustrations into progress. He championed public safety, guiding emergency services to top national ratings. And he believed deeply in equity, creating an HIV/AIDS task force to raise awareness, encouraging minority entrepreneurship, and launching a health initiative that brought together over 50 organizations to make Baton Rouge a healthier city. One of his most impactful efforts was the Breck on the Joe program, a rolling unit that brought fun and fitness directly to kids across the city. For Kip, every child mattered, every neighborhood deserved care, and every voice counted. His 3 terms as mayor-president marked a time of transformation, both physically and socially. Even in defeat, like his runs for lieutenant governor and Congress, he continued to advocate for Louisiana with passion and purpose. Holden began his public life on the Baton Rouge Metro Council, served in both the State House and Senate, and rose to lead a parish as diverse and dynamic as the man himself. From the courtroom to council meetings, to citywide recovery efforts, he met each moment with strength and compassion. He is survived by his wife, Lois Stevenson, and their 5 children. To them, and to the Baton Rouge community he loved, he leaves not just a memory, but a lasting imprint. Former colleague and fellow public servant once said, "Kip never stopped believing in what Baton Rouge could become. He showed us the way, even when the path was hard." Tributes to Kip Holden. Number 3. Larry was the winner who made Coach Smith a winner. Those words from Charlie Scott capture the heart of a legacy that reshaped college basketball forever. Larry Miller, the North Carolina basketball star whose fire and finesse helped launch the Tar Heels into national prominence, passed away at age 79. He died peacefully in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, after a period of declining health. At a time when the ACC was finding its identity, Larry gave it a spark. Choosing UNC over its rival Duke didn't just change one game, it changed the course of an entire program. As the face of Dean Smith's first championship and Final Four teams, Miller inspired a culture of winning that still echoes through Chapel Hill. From 1965 to 1968, he scored nearly 2,000 points at UNC and averaged over 21 per game. His name fills record books, but his true power was in moments, like his 32-point performance against Duke in the '67 title game, where he shot an incredible 13 for 14. Miller was a two-time ACC Player of the Year, a two-time ACC Tournament MVP, a consensus All-American, alongside legends like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Pete Maravich. He once scored in double figures in 64 straight games, leading UNE to back-to-back Final Four appearances. Few have worn Carolina blue with more pride or purpose. He later starred for 7 seasons in the ABA, where he once dropped 67 points in a single game, a league record that still stands. In 2002, he was named one of the 50 greatest players in ACC history. And in 2022, he received the ultimate honor, induction into the College Basketball Hall of Fame. Roy Williams called him mythical and a hero. For many Tar Heel fans, he always will be. Larry Miller didn't just play basketball, he built a tradition. He turned potential into belief and effort into excellence. His legacy isn't just in stats or trophies, it's in the confidence every Tar Heel carries onto the court. He leaves behind a transformative legacy and a family of fans, teammates, and friends who will cherish his memory always. Tributes to Larry Miller. Number 2, I admit to being a hardcore Iditarod junkie. Dan Seavey said it with pride, a truth that summed up a life fueled by snow-covered trails, loyal dogs, and a deep love for Alaska's past. At 74, Dan passed away peacefully, marking the end of one of the sport's most influential lives. Before mushing became a global spectacle, Dan was already paving the way. He didn't just race in the first Iditarod, he helped build it, organizing and competing in the legendary event's inaugural run. That 1,000-mile journey wasn't just a test of endurance. It was a tribute to the early mushers and the land they crossed. Dan moved to Alaska in the early '60s, not to race but to teach. But within weeks, he had his first sled dog. What began as a childhood dream quickly became a mission, to revive a fading tradition. From classrooms to trail committees, Dan used every platform to preserve the mushing legacy. He ran the Iditarod 5 times over the years and even participated in the 40th running alongside his son and grandson. It was more than a race, it was a family tradition in motion, a passing of the torch across 3 generations. His son Mitch and grandson Dallas became champions in their own right, turning the CV name into a dynasty within the sport. But even as they won titles, Dan remained the heart of it all, a steady presence behind the scenes, sharing stories, guiding new mushers, protecting the trails. Dan was also a storyteller. He ran a sled dog tour business and wrote a book about his first Iditarod experience, offering others a window into that grueling but inspiring race. He never stopped advocating for Alaska's history, its landscapes, and its rich sled dog heritage. Though soft-spoken, Dan left a powerful legacy: a trailblazer, a teacher, a father, and a friend. His life was one of purpose and passion. As long as there are snow and sleds, Dan's story will glide on, said a fellow Iditarod musher. He wasn't just part of history, he made it. Dan Seavey's journey ends here, but his path remains. Tributes to Dan Seavey. What's trending on the internet? News 1. A remarkable story of courage and resilience comes from Philadelphia, where 10-year-old Andre Howard III has defied medical expectations by learning to walk again after being severely injured while protecting his sister during a plane crash earlier this year. Back on January 31st, Andre was in a car with his father and siblings when a medical transportation jet crashed nearby in northeast Philadelphia. As debris from the crash flew toward their vehicle, Andre instinctively shielded his younger sister, resulting in a piece of metal striking his head. After being rushed to the hospital, Andre underwent emergency brain surgery, with doctors initially telling his family he might not survive. Even more devastating was the prognosis that he might never walk again. But Andre proved everyone wrong. "When they first told me I wouldn't walk, I was sad," Andre recently shared. "But now I'm not. I can move everything." Through intensive physical therapy, the young hero has relearned to walk and has even improved his basketball skills. "I think it's the new me, because I got better at my game in basketball," he said with remarkable optimism. His father, Andre Howard Jr., couldn't be prouder, calling his son a hero for his quick thinking during the terrifying incident. "To face death yesterday and speaking today, stepping up for his little sister, like I train him and his other little brothers to do off of instinct. He's my hero," the father said. Andre's inspiring recovery has drawn attention from Philadelphia Eagles players, including wide receiver A.J. Brown and retired defensive end Brandon Graham, who visited him during his recovery. The Sones Christian Academy, where Andre and his siblings attend school, organized a fundraiser to support the family through this challenging time, raising over $117,000 to help with medical expenses. When asked what message he has for others, Andre shared wisdom beyond his years. "You have to work hard and always protect people." His remarkable journey of courage, determination, and recovery reminds us all what true heroism looks like, especially when it comes from the heart of a child. News 2. What a heartwarming surprise for music lovers around the world. International superstar Celine Dion, now 57, delighted fans by making a special video appearance during this week's Eurovision Song Contest in Switzerland. Many remember Celine for her unforgettable victory back in 1988, when she won for Switzerland with her stunning performance of Ne partez pas sans moi. These days, Celine has been bravely facing stiff person syndrome, a rare and challenging health condition, and has spent much of her time away from the spotlight. That's why seeing her radiant smile and hearing her heartfelt words touched so many. From a large screen at the event, she thanked her Eurovision family, shared her deep love for Switzerland, and reminded us all that music truly unites us, even across generations and borders. Fans around the world continue to draw inspiration from Celine's resilience, elegance, and enduring passion for connecting people through song. What a beautiful reminder that her legacy and her voice will always have a special place in our hearts. News 3. Gary Sinise, the beloved actor known for his iconic role as Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump, has opened up about stepping away from Hollywood to focus on his family following personal tragedy. In a recent interview with People magazine published today, the 70-year-old actor shared that he's unlikely to return to acting after losing his son Mac to cancer in January 2024. Sinise's life took a dramatic turn when his wife Moira was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and around the same time, his then 27-year-old son Mac received a devastating diagnosis of chordoma, a rare form of bone cancer affecting his spine. The actor described the tumor as looking like a monster grabbing my son's spine. When Mac's health deteriorated in 2020, Sinise made the decision to leave Hollywood completely. "That's when I stopped acting. I started putting everything I had into trying to find a miracle for Mac," he explained in the heartfelt interview. Today, Sinise finds comfort in spending time with his wife, who is now a breast cancer survivor, his daughters Sophie and Ella, and his 5 grandchildren in Tennessee. While he hasn't ruled out acting entirely, his priorities have clearly shifted. "Something may come along and it'll be right, but it's harder to leave home now," he shared. "I just want to be around family. Since losing Mac, I hold my daughters a lot tighter. You think about the things that are really important." Sinise's story reminds us all of the power of family and what truly matters in life. His dedication to his loved ones during their most difficult moments stands as an inspiring testament to his character, showing that sometimes the most meaningful roles we play aren't on screen, but in the lives of those we cherish most. News 4. Paul Reubens, the beloved actor behind Pee Wee Herman, is sharing his vision from beyond the grave in a new HBO documentary premiering next week. Pee Wee as Himself, a 2-part film debuting Friday, May 23rd on HBO and Max, allows Reubens, who passed away in 2023 after a private battle with cancer, to tell his complete story in his own words. The documentary reveals that as Pee Wee Herman, Reubens had a deeper mission than just entertaining children. He wanted to teach them about nonconformity through his hyperactive, bow-tied character. "The audience ate it up and went crazy," Reubens says in the film, reflecting on how the character just popped out of me during his time as a performance artist. The film also explores the challenging periods of Reubens' career, including his 1991 arrest that dramatically affected his public image. "I lost control of my anonymity, and it was devastating," he shares candidly in the documentary. "I hid behind an alter ego." This posthumous project includes contributions from numerous celebrities who worked with or admired Reubens, including Tim Burton, Judd Apatow, Natasha Lyonne, and David Arquette, along with his sister, Abby Rubenfeld. The documentary not only celebrates his artistic achievements, but also touches on personal revelations, including Reubens coming out as gay, a part of himself he had kept private throughout his career. As fans prepare to watch this intimate portrait, they'll gain new appreciation for how Pee Wee Herman's playful spirit and celebration of differences made a lasting impact on multiple generations. His legacy of encouraging individuality and imagination continues to resonate, ensuring that the joy and laughter he brought to millions will never be forgotten. News 5. Here's a story that's sure to bring a smile of recognition to fans of classic comedy films. Morris, the beloved alligator who made a splash in Hollywood with his memorable role alongside Adam Sandler in Happy Gilmore, has passed away at the remarkable age of 80. Morris wasn't just a movie star, he was a true legend at the Colorado Gator Farm in Mosca, Colorado, where he spent his golden years surrounded by caring friends and fans. For decades, Morris delighted audiences in films and TV shows all the way from 1975 until his well-earned retirement, making him one of the longest-living Gators in showbiz. The folks at the Colorado Gator Farm remember him fondly, saying Morris's playful spirit and unique charm will continue to inspire. In a touching tribute, they've shared that Morris will be lovingly preserved so future generations can learn about his one-of-a-kind legacy, just as he would have wanted. Today we celebrate Morris, a true star, a gentle giant, and a piece of movie history who will always have a special place in our hearts. Number 1. He brought out the best in all of us. Never loud, just steady. You always knew Rich had your back. Those words, shared by a former teammate, perfectly capture the quiet strength of Richard John Rollins. A man whose presence wasn't just seen, it was felt. Calm under pressure, loyal to his team, and passionate about the game he loved, Rollins lived a baseball life marked by grace and grit. He passed away peacefully at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy that's been decades in the making. Though the stadiums are quieter now, echoes of his impact still ring across the diamond. From his early days in Ohio to a stellar baseball career that spanned 10 seasons, Rollins showed what consistency and commitment could achieve. Fans across the league remember him best in a Minnesota Twins uniform, where he shined as an American League All-Star and earned his place as one of baseball's top third basemen during the 1960s. His 1962 season remains unforgettable. An All-Star starter, sophomore player of the year, and one of the league's leading hitters, that year cemented his status. He helped lead the Twins to the 1965 World Series, offering his steady glove and powerful bat when it mattered most. Rollins wasn't just about stats, though. He had heart, and after his playing days, that heart turned to teaching. He built baseball schools, mentored young athletes, and continued to lead, instructing and guiding the next generation on and off the field. His influence stretched beyond baseball, too. In the front office for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and with charities that helped kids chase their dreams, Rollins gave his time, wisdom, and care. The Minnesota Twins said it best. Rich Rollins exemplified what it meant to be a Twin: talented, humble, and loyal. His legacy lives on in the generations he inspired. He passed after a long and fulfilled life, surrounded by love. The game, the fans, and the lives he touched, none will forget. Tributes to Richard John Rollins. Robert had a way of finding the quiet, aching truth in any story, Meryl Streep once said. That truth defined his films, and the enduring legacy he leaves behind.